Okay, so something a little bit different in this video. This is my mum's car. It's going to be going up for sale soon, so it's been replaced. And what we're going to do is just basically like a DIY detail of it, just a bit of a restoration with the products that we already have. So these wheels, they've been refurbed before, but all of the paint on the split side of the alloy, it's all just falling off. So what I'm going to do is just get rid of all that paint and then just do just a bit of a DIY rattle can job on the rims, just to get them looking a little bit nicer. And then we're going to give it a full detail essentially. So give it a clay bar, a machine polish, and then give it a wax. Just get it as nice as we can without spending any money on it. Well, as little money as possible. So we're going to get some paint for the wheels, and then hopefully there'll be quite a cool before and after. But yeah, by no means a detailer, just going to try and see how good we can get it. Get all the bumpers up nice and black, and yeah, just tie it up before we get some pictures of it and see how good we can get it in literally 2 days. So I'm going to spend today refurbing the wheels, and then probably next weekend doing the clean on it. So yeah, these wheels basically, this outer lip, so I think it's quite prone for the paint just to bubble up and fall off. So if you can see, I don't think it's going to take a whole lot. I've got some paint stripper, just some cheap paint stripper, just to put on this outer edge and just assist with the paint coming off. And then all we're going to do is maybe put some like etch primer on there, and then just some alloy wheel silver, give it a fresh lick of paint, and then lacquer them up. And then, you know, they're not going to look mint, but she's paid quite a lot in the past for a wheel refurb, and it's just done the same thing. So the intention is just to do a bit of a budget refurb on the wheel, and just get it looking a little bit nicer for minimal cost. And yeah, just a little bit of challenge for me, and a little bit of content for the channel. So yeah, first thing first is just to get these wheels, get the paint off these wheels. Right, so the first step, I'm just gonna clean the wheel. So it'd probably be fine if you didn't, but there's quite a lot of brake dust on here, so nothing special. We will clean the wheels properly after, but I'm just gonna get the worst off with just a bit of warm soapy water, just so it doesn't go all gross when we're stripping the paint off. And yeah, the paint, I don't think it's going to take much to get that off. So we'll do the same on all 4 wheels, and then yeah, just going to go around all the other wheels and do exactly the same thing before we move on to stripping off the paint, I think. All right, so that's all of them clean now. So I've just gone around with the blower and just to dry out all the moisture just from in the little grooves. But I've just noticed this front one is probably the worst out of all the 4, and that blower was chipping off the paint. Like, it is just flaking off everywhere. So even if it's just a bit of a DIY job, I think it's going to be better than it is now. So I'm going to put some paint strip on there, and I don't think it's going to take much to get this paint off. Okay, so here's the paint strip I've got. It's a no-nonsense brand, which is in the UK. It's from Screwfix. It was £7.99. It is just a basic one. It does say non-drip, so I'm hoping that it's not going to fall onto here, but I will keep an eye on this one. So I'll do this one first and just see how much it doesn't drip. And just paint it on with a paintbrush, just nice and lightly on there, and just see what happens. Hopefully it all just comes off. Just say interior and exterior use. Never used it before. I think you probably could just wire wheel it and it would come off, but let's see what the paint stripper does. Maybe I'll just start just with a small amount. We're just going to dab it on lightly. I think it does seem to be sticking quite a bit. I thought it would be quite runny. Seems to be fine. You want to be neat. I mean, I could mask off the rim, but I'm not going to. So started off with hardly any on my brush, and I've just added a little bit more now that I've got familiar with how it sort of goes on. I don't know what it says on here, so leave for 1 hour apparently. Wow. Right, so I've done 2 coats of paint strip on that, and I think it's probably just going to fall off. I mean, I've got a scraper here. Just see what happens. I don't think it's done as much as I thought it would, but just get the worst off. It's just falling off where it's bubbled underneath. Okay, so I've removed all the loose paint just with a scraper and then a wire wheel on a drill. So just got this wire pad. I'm just gonna go around it and just try and clean it all up, get the worst off, see if that'll do anything else before we rub it down ready for some primer. Yeah, so this was the worst wheel out of all of them, I think. So if you saw in the last clips, I was literally picking off the paint with my hand. So all I've done is just painted this outer lip here. I mean, the middles aren't perfect, but I've literally just painted the outside bits, as that was the worst bit. So etch primer, silver alloy wheel paint, and then lacquer to finish off. They look a lot better than they did. They've still got some pitting in the wheel, but yeah, they do look aesthetically a lot better. Right, so before we get started, I'm just going to go through the products that we'll be using. So a snow foam, just to spray all over the car, and that'll allow basically the dirt to shift without rubbing anything in. So we'll just spray it all over the car, let it do its magic, and then just rinse it off with the jet wash. And then after that, I'll be using just a car shampoo. So this is Auto Finesse Lather. So just use that after, just to get the worst bits off. And then a clay bar, it should lift any contaminants off the paintwork. So if you've ever used one before, you'll notice when you rub the car, it might feel smooth until you use this, and it just lifts off any little bits of grime or tree sap or anything like that, and just gives it a nice clean finish before we then move over to machine polishing the car. So this is a DAS 6 Pro dual action DA polisher. So we'll use that with a brand new Hexlogic pad on there, and then this is an S20 compound, so it's one step compound, so it essentially cuts and polishes all in one, so it saves using two different compounds. So it will speed up the process a little bit, and I've used it quite a few times before, so I am familiar with the product. It's not such a heavy cut that it's going to burn through the paint, and it just means I just have to go over the car once rather than multiple times. So yeah, if you've never used that before, do recommend it. Pretty sure there's a video on YouTube that goes through it in a bit more detail, and yeah, it's worked for me. It's pretty good, just one compound there. And then once that's all cut back and polished, I'm just going to use this high definition wax from Auto Glim. I've used this before as well, and it does give it a nice deep glossy finish on there, and yeah, it should come up quite nice. Other than that, I think this probably is the best tyre gel that I've used in the past. It does seem to stay on there for quite a while, and I just think it does finish off the car nicely. So you can either leave it on for a wet look, or sometimes you just sort of buff it off after, so for a sort of nice clean matte finish to the tyre. But yeah, definitely recommend this Meguiar's Endurance tyre gel. Seems to last ages, and it does come up really well. And then for the bumpers, I have wasted so much money and time using bumper shines, bumper gels. They look great for about a month, and then they just fade instantly. And having old cars which have real grey bumpers, you can just never get it up that great. So my friend a while ago recommended this, which is a bumper and trim dye essentially. So it comes as a complete kit, and it is a bumper dye, and it lasts for ages, way longer than a bumper gel. So would recommend that if you've got some grey bumpers. I've tried oil and heat guns in the past, but this seems to work the best. It can fade if your car's parked in direct sunlight. So my van, it has faded over time. I might do a before and after of me reapplying this to my van, because the bumpers have gone quite grey again. But this will be the last step. So hopefully the paintwork will be nice, bumpers nice and black, and yeah, just sort of like a DIY restoration, and budget as well. These are all the products I've already got, minus the paint that we've used for the wheels. So I think let's get into it. So first step here will be snow foam. Right, so that's it. The car is done. I've been battling the British weather. Been trying to do it between the rain yesterday, but yeah, we finally got there, and that's it. So it's had a clay bar. It's been polished with the DA, and it's also been waxed, as well as the bumpers doing, the wheels refurbed, and then just, yeah, giving it a good old wipe over. It's come up quite well, to be fair. It has been rained on now, so it probably doesn't look as good, which is a bit annoying. It would be nice if the sun was out to get all the reflections, but managed to get a couple of scratches out that were down the side, just sort of bush scratches. So it's cost us about £55 to do this. So the materials for the wheels, that's primer, paint and lacquer, was about 40, and then the bumper dye, and I've got loads left, hardly used any, is £15. So if you've got black bumpers and they're faded, just try the bumper dye. It does seem to last a lot better than the bumper gels and back to black that you can find in your sort of hardware stores. So obviously all the other stuff I did have already, so I do appreciate that the polisher and all of that stuff does cost money, but it's budget for us. It's just stuff I had lying around from when I used to be into cars. Try the bumper dye, and yeah, let me know what you think. I'll leave all the links to the products I've used in the description below, and yeah, let me know what you'd like to see next, and just yeah, leave some feedback if it's telling me off for just using one bucket instead of two, or machine polishing in the rain. Fine, but it's England, it's raining, it's cold, it's February, so what do we expect? I've had to work with what we've got, and yeah, it'll be going up for sale now, and that is it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.